Hi everybody, it's Kristin, and happy Topic Tuesday to you. As promised, the topic that I am bringing to you today is just kind of a discussion on the hard candy products that I have and have used. So, I don't have the whole range. I've not tried any. I don't even know if they have any foundations. I know they have some primers. I've not tried any of those, but that kind of thing. So most of the products that I'm wearing today are from hard candy. I did that on purpose. And then I remembered that I had promised Sandy that in the very next video that I put up that I would wear MAC's Russian Red. So my eyeshadows are hard candy, my blush is hard candy, and my mascara is hard candy, but my lips is MAC Russian Red. I had kind of forgotten that, and then I was actually Skyping with her this morning, and I was reminded that I made that promise, so here it is for all of you that wanted it, MAC's Russian Red on my lips. It's a little bit much, don't you think? Okay, so let's get on with the hard candy, shall we? I'm going to talk about the face products that I have from the line first, and I'm going to move this out of my way here. I have 4 of their Blush Crush Baked Blushes, okay? Now, I bought the one, really liked it, bought some more, and we'll just kind of talk about them as we go. I'll leave my favorite for last. So this one is Honeymoon, number 127, and it's kind of peachy. And when I swatch it on my finger, like that, or even swatch it here, you can detect a little bit of color, but when you use, I'm going to take my MAC 109, swirl it in there, and try to apply it to your hand, you just get a sheen. You don't really get the color. So there's where I did it. Hopefully you guys can see the difference there. It's a nice highlight, but it's definitely not a blush. It doesn't give much blush color at all. So that is that one. This one is also a nice highlight for kind of a bronzy highlight, and this is Pin Up in 126. And what I also like to use this for is it's a really pretty eyeshadow. And you'll see when I put it, whoops. That is the color. So you can see how, and these all have a definite sheen to them. They aren't matte by any means. But that is just, it's a really pretty eyeshadow. Or it could be kind of, if you did a lot looser, let's do the same thing. So not so concentrated. It's kind of a bronzy highlight. You can see that there. All right, the next one is Bombshell. This one is darker. I don't love this one as a blush, but it works. So it looks like that. It's just a little bit dark. Like that. So if you're going for that kind of a bronzy look, I think it's beautiful. Again, it has a sheen to it. And let me wipe off my brush. There it is, just applied loosely versus packed on. So they definitely, when you apply them with a brush, especially like a fluffier kind of brush, if you have a denser brush, it would apply more like this. But they just have a different payoff. So they're a multi-use product, is what I'm trying to say here. And then my favorite of them is Living Doll, and I like to wear this just as a blush. Now, there's a lot of sheen to this, so if you have any sort of pores, I have just normal pores, but if I'm not careful, this can make my pores look like they are ginormous. So this is Living Doll, but I really like the sheen and the kind of a lit from within. I hate using those kind of phrases, but that's what it is. It's like that. So it looks like by itself. And like I said, I can definitely wear this one as a blush, just depending on which brush I apply it with. So there it is by itself. So it would be a nice pink highlight, or you can use it as a blush. One of my favorite ways to wear this is combined with Lorax Soul. It just kind of gives a really nice dimension. So they are all very, very nice and pigmented if you really can get a kind of a dense brush to apply them with, or you could use all of them as a highlight, and a couple of those are really nice as eyeshadows. So those are the, what are they called again? Blush Crush Baked Blushes. Just keep in mind they have sheen. So if you like a matte cheek, you will not appreciate those at all, and you would probably want to use them just with a lighter hand, or like the MAC 109. Like the MAC 109 for a nice highlight. So the other face product that I have from them is this highlight in Tiki. They actually call it a bronzer, So Baked Bronzer in Tiki. I know the whole world has talked about this, so I won't spend a ton of time on it, but it looks like that, and it's a very pretty highlight. It's fairly, there's a good chunk of yellow gold in it. So I think if you have a lot, if you're very pink, if there's a lot of pink, I don't think this would look as nice. So keep that in mind. One thing that I've actually reviewed before, way back when, like October of 2011, I actually went back and looked today. It was my first rave review that I had done, and I am going to link it below because I do think that it will, you know, I would hate to repeat here and be redundant, but this is the Lashaholic Super Volume Mascara. I really, really like this. In that video, I show what it looks like on. I did a close-up and everything and showed you the brush. And I will say, this brush, and this is like the third time I bought this, this brush looks kind of screwy-looey. I don't know. It's not exactly like it was the first time. And some of the little bristles seem to be missing or something, which is kind of strange. But I still really like the formula. I just am using the other side of the brush, and I did use this today. As a reminder, and again I said that in that video, this is it's a really loose brush. It's kind of rubbery. In that video I said something about liking Lash Blast, because I did back then, but I don't anymore. Just as an FYI in case you go watch that. But it's a great formula, really volumizes, gives you some length, and separates out nicely. I really do like that mascara. It's nice. Okay, I'm going to swatch all of these for you, and I'm not going to spend a ton of time on these only because I've talked about these so many times. But these are the Baked Duos, and they are called the Kaleidoscope Baked Eyeshadow Duo. I have them in Rush Hour. I'll show you them one at a time. And this one is a really pretty bronzy, like a kind of a copper and a bronzed warm brown. I'm trying to keep them close together so I can show you all of them at one time. That is that one. I love all of these, and that is no joke. No joke. The next one that I have, as I get shadow on my finger, is High Maintenance. And I'm going to show you these two next to each other. This one is Peace. And they look very similar. You can see that High Maintenance is a little bit cooler toned. Peace is a little bit warmer toned. You certainly don't need both. But you pick whichever one looks better on you. So, and my favorite of the two is Peace. So they look like there. And that's what they look like there. This one again is High Maintenance. My husband would probably have something to say about that. And this one swatches, the brown swatches warmer than it looks, I think. So that's all of them together. I hope you guys can see those really well. I'm just going to hold them up there for an extra second in case you want to look at them. So again, this was Rush Hour, Peace, and High Maintenance. I have so enjoyed using these duos. I like them by themselves. I like them over Bad to the Bronze. I like them over Barely Beige or not Painterly, Bare Study from MAC. I think they're very versatile, and I really enjoy them. And so far, I haven't had one break on me, and they have traveled really well. The blushes I don't think travel so well. I think those break pretty easily, but these have done well for me. Okay, and the last thing I want to talk about, this is something new, and I mentioned this in my video, that I liked using these, and I had never heard anybody talk about them, and that stands to this day. These are singles, and they came in a box, which I don't have anymore, I apologize, but they look like this, and they are, pretty sure they're a MAC size. Let's just look. Yeah, they're the same exact size as a MAC. And they have, and I actually don't know how many ounces a MAC has, or grams, but this is 2.3 grams. This color is 518 Attraction. That's Attraction. This is 519 Solo. I have all three of these on my eyes today. I have, and this is 512 Infatuation. It's really pearlized, pretty white. This I have all over my lid, brow bone to lash line to brow bone. This on my, just my main lid, what do they call it? The mobile part of the lid. And this in the outer corner and into the crease. So there they are. This is the white one. And then Solo. Yep. And Attraction, right there. These have really surprised me. They wear really, really well. The pigmentation, as you can see, is very, very nice. I'm very impressed with those. And again, I've not heard anybody talk about them. They do have other colors. They have brighter colors. But for me, if I'm going to try out a product line, I generally don't start with like a purple. One that I can't wear on a regular basis to try. These didn't crease on me. Of course, I wore them with a primer. But they didn't crease on me. They worked well over just a regular primer. They worked well over a paint pot. I really am impressed with these. I don't know why people don't talk about them more. I want to say they were maybe $6 a piece, so not super cheap, but not really pricey either. Yeah, I like those, and I would try more. I don't need to because I have plenty. But I think that if you're wanting to find something that's maybe just a step up, I mean, when I compare those to the CoverGirl ones, as you guys know, I did not like those at all. These are far and away much better than those. They're probably in line with some of the Maybelline ones, but some of the Maybelline ones aren't all that great either. So these three anyway are really, really nice. So I hope that you guys enjoyed that. Like I said, I promised that I would kind of run down the things that I have and have tried, and that's what I have for you. If you have any questions on any of them, go ahead and list it below. I already told you what I have on my eyes. On my face today, I just have the L'Oreal True Match with some Laura Mercier over top. And again, I have MAC Russian Red for the lip liner. I really like this lip liner. And I don't know that it necessarily goes with this, but it's the only red lip liner that I have. And it's by Prestige. And this will make your red lips last forever. No joke. It's 05 True Red. Looks like this. I used this on Christmas Eve. And I mean, seriously, forever. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, list them below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye!